Hello and welcome to all of you. So in this video, we are going to discuss some of the important features of OpenOffice Writer. So first of all, we will see how to use dialog box, that is font dialog box, how to apply different types of font to your text. So first of all, we will select the text on which we want to apply the font. Then we will go to format character. This dialog box will open and these are the various options under different tabs. Like when you click on font tab, these are some general options like you can change the font style, you can change the size of the font, you can also make the font, you can also change the font to bold, italic and underline. You can also give font effects like you can change the font color, you can give the effects like capital, lowercase, all these effects you can try out. And outline, shadow, blinking, all these effects you can try. Like suppose I give outline, so this is how the preview of the text will look like. And this is shadow effect, this is blinking effect. Okay, so these kind of effects you can apply to your text. You can also give an overlining effect, like suppose overlining means a line will appear above the text which you have selected. So this is the text above which the line is appearing. And suppose I want to remove this overline effect, you have to go to format character and then you will click on the option that is without, so it will remove the overline effect. Similarly, strike through. Strike through means it will strike out the line or the text which you have selected. I have selected strike through double, so double line strike out will be there. So you can see here this text has been striked out. Then again format character. Now I am removing this strike through effect also by clicking on without. Then underline. There are various styles of underline provided in OpenOffice Writer, like single underline, double underline, bold underline, or you can give long dash underline. You can also change the color of the underline by using this option. Okay, so now you can see a long dash underline and the color of the underline is also purple. And we have also done some more options earlier, like if you have to write H2O. This we have done in the last video also. So if you have to write H2O, so for that we use superscript and subscript. So this is subscript H2O, 2 is below the normal text. So format character and then you will go to position. There is an option of subscript here. And similarly you can use superscript option also to write some text above the normal text. So 2 is coming before the below the normal text. Now the next is header and footer. So what is header and footer? Header is that text which appears at the top of each page of the document. Like suppose if our file has 10 pages. So at the top of each page, suppose you want to write the page, you want to write the name of the file or you want to write the name of the chapter, like you might have seen in your books. Chapter name is written at the top of each page of the books and page number is written at the bottom of each page. So whatever text we want to write at the top of each page is called as header, and whatever text appears at the bottom of each page of the file or document is called as footer. So we will go to insert menu, click on header, default. So this is the area on the top of the page will be marked as header. Now suppose I want to write my name in the header. That means on every page on the top of the page my name should come. Okay, then I also want to write the school name. Suppose you want to write your school name or your company name on the top. So I'm writing the school name. Now after that, I will click on insert footer default, and this bottom of the page is marked as footer. Now I want to write page number at the bottom of the page. So if I write 1 here, now you will see, now this is the first page. At the top of the page header is there, at the bottom of the page number 1 is there. Okay, on the second page also on the top header is there and at the bottom page number is there, but the page number it is showing is wrong. Here also it is page number 1, here also it is page number 1. So what we have to do is, don't write page number yourself, you have to click on insert fields and page number from here. Okay, insert fields and page number. So this is page number 1 and this is page number 2. Okay, so it will automatically increase. Now if I want to write date here at this place on the extreme right corner of the header, there are some more options in insert fields that can come automatically, like date. So today's date is 16th May 2020. Okay, so date is also coming on the header. You can check on the next file, next page also, this date is there. Okay, So this is how we will insert header and footer. Now we will see how to add background color and border for the page. Go to format page. Earlier we have selected the option of format character because we were doing character formatting. Now we will do page formatting. We have to apply border for the whole page. So we'll go to format page, click on background, select any background color from here, and then I'm taking a light background color and click on borders. Select a style of border and it will come in the preview. Like if I select this border, it will come on all the four corners of the page. Then select the thickness of the border and then select the color of the border. So I'm taking any random color. So this is how the page color and border around the page will come. Okay. Now inserting a page break. What is a page break basically? When you write something, when you type something, when the line is over, when the page is over, automatically the cursor shifts to next page. I am typing some random text here and you can see I have not pressed enter, but the cursor is changing, automatically shifting to next page. But suppose if I want to deliberately give some page break. So for that, suppose after these points, after ninth point, I want to insert a page break. So my cursor is here right now. I will click on insert, manual break, page break, and then click on OK. So now you can see it has given a page break here, and this much area, this much text is on the first page. After the ninth point, creating tables, it is going to the next page. So this paragraph is now in the next page. So this is how we can deliberately insert a page break. Then how to insert images. So to insert images in OpenOffice Writer, we can click on insert picture from file. So if you have saved any image in your file, it will be selected from here. So insert picture from file and then search for the folder where you have saved the image. Select that folder. So my folder is here. So I am taking any image from here, and wherever your cursor was, it will insert the image at that place. So this is the image, and you can also drag and resize the image. You can press delete button if you want to delete the image. Similarly, there is an option of gallery in the standard toolbar of OpenOffice Writer. This is the gallery tool. So this gallery tool will open, and then there are some pre-installed images which will come. You can take any category of images from here. On the left side, there are some category of images. And suppose I am taking computer image. I have selected computer category and I will drag it wherever I want. I can resize it in the same way. Or if you don't want, you can just click on it and press the delete button. Okay. Now if you want to close this gallery, click on it again. The gallery will be closed. So once you click it, it will open the gallery, and again if you click it, it will close the gallery. Okay. Now indentation. Indentation means what? First of all, we will understand what is margin. Margin means how much space we want to leave between the text and all the four corners of the page. This much space is the top margin. This is left margin. This is the space which you have left from the page border and the text. So margin borders are already made in OpenOffice Writer. Now what are indentation? Indentation means how much space you want to leave from this border or from this margin and the text. Right now you can see in this paragraph there is hardly any space between the page margin and the text. So if I click on format and then I click on paragraph because we want to format the paragraph now, and click on indent and spacing. Now I am increasing the space before the text. Okay. And similarly, you can increase the space after the text. That means on the right side of the margin, if you want to increase the space between the margin and the text, you can give after text. Okay. This will increase the space on the left side of the margin and on the right side of the margin. So you can just see the difference between the second paragraph. There is no space. In the first paragraph, there is space between the text and the margins on both the sides, left and right margin both. Similarly, I am selecting this paragraph again and format paragraph. If I click on first line indentation or first line indent, for that, for first line, I am increasing the first line indent here. Now what will happen after this? The first line of the paragraph will start a little bit on the right side, away from the left margin. So you can see the difference here. The first line is starting as like the other lines, but here first line is starting little away from the left margin. This is first line indent. Similarly, go to format paragraph again. From indent and spacing tab, you can also specify the line spacing. By default, the line spacing is single space between two lines. If I click on double, now you can see the space between two lines has been increased to double. Okay. And this in this paragraph, the line spacing is single, but here in the first paragraph, the line spacing is double. Now, uh, how to use tables, how to create tables. So for that we will click on table, insert table, and then select number of columns and number of rows and click on OK. Now this is a table. Each cell in a table can be uh, selected by either pressing the right arrow key or tab key. So I am writing name here in the first column. In the second column, I am writing roll number, and then in the third column, I am writing marks. So in this table, we are having three columns: name, roll number, and marks. And there are four rows. So if I am writing the name of the first student here, second student, and third student here. Now to go to different cells of a table, these small rectangular boxes are called as cells. So to go to different cells of a table, we have to either press tab key on the keyboard or press the arrow keys. Okay, don't press enter, because if you press enter, it will come like this. So you don't have to press enter, you have to press tab key or arrow key to go to different cells of a table. So this is how you can make a table. Select how many rows and columns you want, and then you can make a table by clicking on table, insert table. Now how to create a column? So for that, I'm making a new file now. To create columns or to divide your page into columns, go to format columns and then select how many columns you want from here, or from here also you can select. Click on format columns. I am selecting 2 columns and click on OK. The page is divided into 2 columns. So the page is divided into 2 columns now. Whatever you type now will come in first column only. So I am typing something, it is coming in first column. I am writing anything, any junk lines here. It will not go to second column unless and until I click on insert, manual break, column break, and click on OK. Now the text which I am writing will come in the second column. Okay. So whatever I am writing will go in second column now. Now first, for the first time, if you are going to from first column to second column, you have to click on insert, manual break, column break. But after that, if you want to go to first column or second column, if you want to switch between column, you can simply click the mouse and move between different columns. So this is how you can write in different columns in a page. Like you might have seen, newspaper style articles are written in column style. That you can do by using this option by going through format columns. So thank you. That was all for today's video.